You can't let you back in there. And that's how they got rid of it, because the biggest fear of all was that Christians and Muslims come together against Zionism. That's how you stop it.
So how do you think Zionism is permeating or destroying the British society? Like,
well, Archbishop Canterbury, Justin Welby. Ever heard of him?
No,
his father's name he's an AKA. He was originally known as Wheeler, which is Ashkenazi. Just carry on talking.
Yeah.
Right, he was Ashkenazi, right? Yeah. Justin Wheeler's father changed his name, right? Princess Diana, her mother was a Rothschild. If you Google up Kate Middleton, who's married Prince William, guess what her mother's maiden name is? Goldsmith. Right? So Goldsmiths and Rothschilds always married together. So I've just said to you that Princess Diana's mother is, and I don't believe her father was Earl Spencer. I believe it was Sir James Goldsmith. Because she went running to Jemima. You know Jemima is married in Rancamp when she split up with Charles. And if you put a hand over Jemima's front of her face and look at her bottom, she looks like Diana. They're half sisters. They killed Sir James Goldsmith a month before they killed Diana because he would have screamed. Did you know that?
Because he was?
He would have screamed. That's my daughter.
Damn.
He probably artificially inseminated her. This is they do secret inbreeding. The royal and what I'm trying to articulate to you here, right, is the British establishment from top down is Zionist. The Norman bastards that came here in 1066 that always hated the English people, right? It took 300 years. They spoke French, right? It took 300 years, and then it changed the English language. It's a mixture of German and French now, right? It's a bastardised language. And we are unique in that respect because we've got our own language now and everything. But it took us another 500 years to break away from Europe with Henry VIII when he formed the Protestant, but I know a lot of Protestants are pro-Zionist. I'm a Protestant, but I'm not pro-Zionist.
Yeah, it's surprising. Right? Why is
Protestants are not. I know in America, because they financed Christian Zionism so much with the Schofield Bible, and they do these mega churches. So it's been artificially created. Most Protestants are not.
You saw that guy on the Tucker Carlson show also saying that everyone's got was it an ADL handler or APAC guy. I was just saying to what's his name, Atheist Steve. I don't know if you've got it. Right. He's basically standing for the Reform Party. As soon as Nigel Farage got power, guess what he does to his party once they got 5 MPs? Because you've got the Conservative Friends of Israel, 80% of them were in it before the general election. The Labour Party, less so, only 35%, but they had to get rid of the Corbynites and put in the Zionist Starmer in. His wife's a Zionist. Now we're hearing that he is also maybe an Ashkenazi as well, right? And the Liberal Democrats, Friends of Israel, well, Nigel Farage has formed the British Friends of Israel and his party, so they're all controlled. Why did George Galloway only get 53 candidates and Nigel Farage managed to get 600? Because he was funded by Zionists. Because it was there to split the Conservative vote so that Labour would definitely win, and they probably got 1 in 5 of the actual voters that voted for him. He's not got a vote like Trump's got. He's not mandated by the British people. The majority of the British people haven't voted for him. Yet we know the majority of the American people voted for Trump. This is a powerful, powerful message, and Trump needs to be fearing where he treads if he wants to go against what the people have said. Because the people want him to put America first. That means destroy the deep state, bring America home, not to get involved in. Do you know what the founding fathers said? The founding fathers said that we believe in splendid isolation, right? And have you been following the BRICS? The BRICS, yeah.
Right, now in the BRICS, right, every one of the big countries, Iran is one of them, Russia's another one, China's another one, India's another one, Brazil's another one, even South Africa. They're called civilizational countries. And you're allowed to have, this is the multipolar world, you have your sphere of influence. Like they don't want the Chinese to control the China Sea. But we've got to leave it for the Chinese because it's on their doorstep. America, do you know about the Monroe Doctrine?
Just remind me.
Right, the Monroe Doctrine was issued once America got independent from Britain, that if any European colonial power comes over to the Americas, including South America, including the islands around the Americas, right, America will attack them. But what they never tell you is that we will reciprocate. Basically, they said, and we will not go over and imperially try and conquer your sphere of influence. Because they have been doing that since they've been hijacked by the Rothschilds in the Federal Reserve in 1913. So what? This is the message that Trump's got. We've got to go back before we got hijacked by the Zionists, where we live in splendid isolation, like the founding fathers said.
Who do you think tried to take Trump's life?
It's fake.
You think it was fake?
Of course it's fake. I mean, who runs Hollywood? The Zionists. It's just a blood clot slapped on his face. Do you actually believe it? Do you believe it?
I wasn't sure, to be honest.
No, it's a lot of bollocks. Has he got a scar on his ear? I mean, how can you... Look, when they took John F. Kennedy, right, they missed him about 3 times. They made sure, if they want to get you, they're going to get you. Right? I mean... But I'll tell you what, if he don't attack Iran when they do a false flag, because he's going to have to do something, I've got no choice, I've got to attack Iran. That's what I was talking to you
Do you think
about.
he would?
No, he's a Zionist, right? But he's been given the most powerful message possible by the American people to put America first.
Yeah.
Right? And that means, I'm telling you what it means, destroy the deep state, destroy the CIA.
But it's going to be at the cost of his own life, though.
Well, he has to get special people around him that are willing to stop all this attacks. These people are the most evil people on earth, and they've got to be stopped. Look, when you couldn't walk on that park because of the vaccine thing, right? There was an attempt to depopulate the world. The vaccine, there are no such thing as viruses. Viruses do not exist. They've never been isolated. COVID-19 was never isolated. AIDS was never isolated. I'm telling you now, viruses do not exist. Vaccines were always brought about. Rockefeller controls the medical of the Western world, the pharmaceutical, the medical. He finances all the colleges that train the doctors. It's all fake medicine. There's some good aspects of Western medicine, but most of it is fake. Right? It's poison. That's why we got so many people getting cancer. You see us getting better in this country. Why do you think they've been planning for years and years through health and safety that every entrance to a restaurant has to have a little slope? Because they knew they was going to be injuring hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people in this country that are going to be wheelchair bound. And they need to be ramps everywhere because this is part of the plan with depopulation of the world. I think we are probably heading for a nuclear war because that's plan B, because what they tried 4 years ago hasn't worked.
When we head for a nuclear war, it'll probably end up looking like that.
Worse. That's how you die. I mean, look, all I can say is Trump is I don't trust Robert F. Kennedy, right? But the fact that it is him and they killed his dad and killed his uncle, maybe they might put 2 fingers up to the deep state and say, you know what, we took your money, but now we're gonna do what the people want us to do. And I'm dreaming. I'm allowed to dream, aren't I?
Yeah, I think all of us want to dream, want to have that dream.
But, once 20th of January comes, right, we see what happens. I mean...
How do you think the control of Zionism can be taken out of countries like the UK?
Well, Israel's a dead man walking. You know that, don't you? Do you know that?
Yeah, I'd say so.
I mean, Iran has got hypersonic missiles, Russia's got hypersonic missiles, North Korea's got hypersonic... Even the Houthis have got hypersonic missiles, right? We haven't got hypersonic missiles in the West. So there's hope. Militarily, that they cannot defeat the power of the multipolar world through BRICS. BRICS is the future. Now, do I believe that they're all working for the WEF in the background? I don't know. What do you think?
With regards to?
China, Russia.
In terms of impending World War III?
No. Are they really working? Are the Zionists have control of China and Russia as well?
I think in terms of for a country to function nowadays in the capitalistic society that's being peddled, I think a person has to some degree show allegiance to Zionism, even if it is to placate them, even if it is to kind of misdirection them so you can get your own stuff
done. Powerful lobby group in Moscow.
Yeah.
But they're not that. Do you listen to Scott Ritter?
A bit, yeah.
You don't trust him that much?
No, I mean...
Professor Morandi?
I probably know more of Scott Ritter than the other guys.
Miranda, right.
Yeah, than Miranda.
Do you listen to Dialogue Works then?
I know Max Blumenthal, Scott Ritter, these guys, but obviously you can't quote these guys in like mainstream things because.
No, you can't. But I mean, that's why I come down here.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. Are you on YouTube, you guys?
YouTube, yeah.
I don't do YouTube.
Yeah, even on
Because
YouTube.
look, if you believe in free speech, right? I
you
go
on
on
Rumble?
Rumble and BitChute, right? Because I can say what I want. I don't do YouTube. So what I'm saying here, these people want to film this, right? They're going to be getting their platforms taken down.
Yeah.
Because what I just said about the vaccines, who owns all the vaccine companies?
You know what,
Zionists.
brothers, he makes a good point. He said, with regards, he's said a few things about vaccines, Zionists. So if you guys,
going on YouTube.
if you guys upload this, it can cause issues. I'm just saying, yeah. Yeah, brother. Yeah. Abdul Karim, just let them know if they didn't understand that, yeah.
You know, I'll put my video down now. It's closed for the night, right? Hello, how are you? All right, how are you keeping? You all right? You all right? Good. You waiting for Piers?
Try to avoid the vaccine.
You waiting for Piers? Yeah, okay. The thing is, right, I got my YouTube channel taken down, actually, ironically, when Trump stood down. Because I knew he won the election. And that's when he gave it away to me. Because Trump swore on the Bible that he will protect the Constitution from enemies at home and enemies abroad. And everybody knows, and Trump kept saying it, I got cheated.
No.
Well, if you got cheated, initiate the militia. Because in America, and it comes from Jesus Christ, right? At the Last Supper, Jesus said to he said, the Romans are going to come and take me tomorrow. And they said, oh, we'll stop them. He said, no, you can't stop. The Romans have got to do what they've got to do. He said, but to his disciples, if any of you haven't got a sword, sell your cloak and buy a sword. And that's where the the Second Amendment comes from in America. They got it from the English. In our Bill of Rights, 1688, it says all Protestants have the right to bear arms. Because we was under Roman Catholic tyranny. Right? And they was burning people to the stake because they said, you go to hell. You'll be excommunicated by the Pope if you break away from the Catholic Church. And they literally sent you to hell. They burnt you alive at the stake. So when the Protestants got power, we had to give the right to the Protestants to bear arms against Catholic tyranny. And this is when we became a truly independent country, from 1066 until 1688, really. And then we formed, but unfortunately, these people that run the country, they've allowed themselves to be taken over by, the royal family, all the top politicians, even the Archbishop of Canterbury.
It was clearly done by design, though, isn't it?
Well, they've basically infiltrated it.
That's what I'm saying. It's done by design, knowing that we're going to occupy certain, well, again, that word occupy again, we'll occupy certain spots and certain influential institutions to get our job done.
We're dealing with people with very high IQ, right?
Yeah.
They come in, these people, they inherit money, they're British aristocracy, and they're not very clever.
Yeah.
And they get themselves in debts. You look at Queen Victoria's son Edward. He became Prince of Wales at the time. He was a womanizer, going around clubbing it and all that. And every time he went bankrupt, it was Rothschild that was bailing him out. He said, "I'll pay you." He said, "No, you don't have to pay me that back. I'll tell you a little story now. What's her name?" Now, he said to her, "Look, just take Alice." Alice was like the centre of the party. She was a really great person to be around. And the Prince of Wales, eventually, she had a child off of Alice Keppel, who I believe was a Rothschild prostitute. Right? Guess who is the great-great-grandmother of a certain person who Prince Charles married? Camilla Parker Bowles is a descendant of this Alice Keppel. And if I was Googling up Camilla Parker Bowles before the Queen died, and all he says, Rothschild's taking her here. Rothschild's taking her down the south of France. She's a Rothschild pirate, just like her great-great-great-grandmother, Alice Keppel, who was given to the Prince of Wales. And the same goes for Boris Johnson. What's her name? Who's that name? That woman he married recently? Boris Johnson. Who can remember Boris Johnson's wife? What's her name?
Who can remember Boris Johnson?
Yeah, well, right, but the thing is, right? Anyway, he married her. But if you go back to her great mother, and
doesn't matter. We know
Carrie
Katona.
Anyway, basically, this is what the Rothschilds do.
Yeah.
They control the politicians and they control the monarchy. Right? So I've just showed you how they've done it to our royal family.
Yeah.
Well, Boris Johnson, Carrie. Anyway, basically, her grandmother was Anne something, and her mother was having an affair with the Prime Minister of England, Lord Asquith, during World War I, before Lloyd George took over. and she had a secret child called Anne Simmons, right? Carrie Simmons, she's the one who married Boris, right? She's a descendant of a woman that was having an affair with a prime minister, exactly what Carrie Simmons done. Had an affair with a married man called Boris Johnson, right? And she was controlling Boris Johnson, who is also his mother's a Zionist. So these are Rothschilds prostitutes got in, and she was very satanic. Very satanic. So they control the politicians. And we're dealing with people with really high IQ that know how to get into the top and take the top over. Like they tried to do to Hezbollah and Hamas, decapitate the leadership. You can also decapitate the leadership by breeding in with them and taking control.
Take it, bro. You're gonna get in trouble. I'm telling you. He's spitting some bars here.
Yeah, so this
is not for YouTube.
I know. Keep it.
But he spoke.
It's up to you, bro.
Keep it minimum, mate.
So I can't do that. I believe this is free speech. So YouTube isn't for free speech. No, but I just explained. I used to be in the BNP, right? So Nick Griffin was telling us all, right? Listen, the problem in this country is not the Muslims. It's the white British people. They've been fallen from their Christian ways. So we need to get our Christian ways up. And the bigger enemy, and I'm saying that in front of all you guys, right? Because I'm against immigration, but I don't blame you guys. I mean, you come here, the Zionists have brought you here. They destroyed the Middle East. I don't know if you're all Arabs or wherever you come, but they've destroyed your countries. I know Pakistanis that went out to East Africa and were kicked out by Idi Amin were invited by Britain to go to East Africa to be the civil servants because they were cheap and cheerful, really good at the job. But after the British left, Idi Amin was probably told by the British, give him an hard time, kick him out, and then we can bring them all over to Britain because they want to destroy white Christian Europe. Right? Now, what I'm saying is that the Zionists are the ones at the top of it. And Nick Griffin is recognising that we have to get our Christian ways, join up with the Muslims, and turn against the Zionists. Right? That's basically that's why I'm here.
So that's what you're saying is through our unity that we can cleanse the UK.
A house divided
yeah.
fall.
Yeah.
And we're seeing it in Israel. Within 12 hours of Trump getting elected, Netanyahu sacks his defence minister. Right? Elements of the military start coming on the streets. Don't be surprised not to see a coup d'etat against Netanyahu in Israel. Right? Don't be surprised. But because the place, October the 7th was created because the place is on the point of civil war. I believe they both done a deal with the devil each. Hamas had to do a deal with Netanyahu, and Netanyahu had to do it so that the Israelis stand down for 7 hours. Right? And then when they stand down, he can then release the Apache helicopters, release the Abraham tanks, blow the buildings up with the hostages in it and blame it onto the Palestinians when we know, anyone who knows about the Hannibal Directive, do we all know about the Hannibal Directive? And blame it, you don't know what the Hannibal Directive is. Basically, you're not allowed to take, let any of your people be taken as hostage because we don't deal with Palestinians. We don't do deals with Palestinians.
The way you do that is by killing
them.
So
you kill everyone, including your own people. Women and children, and then just blame it onto Hamas because you control the media.
This guy's spitting bars right now.
So, what's the name of that newspaper in Israel? Haaretz told the truth. You know, and because they are divided, they are house divided. They're falling. They're a dead man walking, and they're going to be crushed. But Trump has been brought in to save Israel, 100%.
Do you think trying to take him out?
Well, no, I believe I've just articulated that this is one of the most. This is not the vote that Keir Starmer got. Keir Starmer looks like so powerful. Oh, I've been mandated by the British people. He hasn't. They created the Reform Party to divide the Conservative vote. He got like 1 in 5 of the British voters, right? And they wouldn't let George Galloway. They should have waited till November or December. And then George Galloway would have had 600 seats. Then we'd have had real chaos where the left and right were both divided and no one would have known who won. And they just wanted the right divided because Keir Starmer's been chosen. So he comes in with this massive majority, but he hasn't got the sort of vote that Donald Trump's got. Yeah. He's got this powerful MAGA voice saying, you've got to put America first and end the American empire. Bring everything back and stop doing this shit. Kill the deep state.
But those people saying...
But will he do it? Probably not. If he does do it, but somewhere inside me saying, please do it, because if you do it, this could be over.
But what about those people that say Israel is the biggest ally to the UK and the US?
No, that's called foreign interference. The CFI, the Conservative Friends of Israel, the BFI and the Reform Party, Nigel Traitor Farage. These are all infiltrated because he helped destroy the BNP. All Nick Griffin was all the BNP was that they just believed they were just fighting for their country, freedom fighters, just like the Palestinians are. Ask me if I believe Hamas is a terrorist organisation. Someone asked me. No, they're freedom fighters. No way are they. I mean, no way.
Not going on YouTube.
Yeah, no way it's a mess. And you know, people have a right to fight for their country. I mean, ask me about the IRA. They're a load of communist scumbags, right? That were working with MI5 and MI6. So I don't think the IRA were freedom fighters. They're now part and parcel of mass immigration into Ireland. Ireland being part of the European Union. So they're traitors to the Irish people. Sinn Féin actually means, translated from the Gaelic into English, means us alone. But they're not, they're traitors. Hamas, it seems like they're doing a good job, even though they were created by Mossad. You know? So, you know, Donald Trump, we've just got to hope that Donald Trump does the right thing after January 20th. I don't think he will, but the power of that vote is so powerful. We must have faith, because what does America represent? It represents New England. And what England represented something very special. We had the first constitution the world ever seen. And it was based, I do a thing. The constitution comes from Alfred the Great. And the first laws of England, you can't be an Englishman unless you're a Christian. Because the first laws of England was created by Alfred, who created an idea of a country called England. And you couldn't, all the laws were based on the Ten Commandments, Leviticus chapter 18. Does anyone know what Leviticus chapter 18 is? It's about the stuff we're facing now with the transgender agenda. You don't have sex with another man. You don't have sex with your brother's wife. You don't, you know, and children and things like this, right? So this is basically, and this is what Alfred the Great put in the laws of England. That's why homosexuality was banned for over 1,000 years. They don't want to talk about it because we're not Christian in this country anymore. You can't be an Englishman unless you're a Christian. And he also had the Sermons of the Mount. This was all the basis of English law.
Do you believe it's still a Christian country now?
No, it's been destroyed. I mean, there's a Church of England up in West Hampstead, right? It's got a rainbow flag flying outside it. This is how bad it is, right? And if I wasn't a single parent with 2 sets of twins, right, for 11 years on my own, I'd go up and desecrate this church as a, what did Jesus call it? The Temple of Satan or something? Because what's going on in that church is when you go in there, there's rainbow flags in there, and they've got a post office in there. On the grounds that it's helping the community, because a lot of post offices are closed down. But guess what they got next to the post office? They've got a bureau de change, and they're charging usury for changing your money. Just like when Jesus went into the temple and formed a whip the night before and whipped the fuck out of those people for using a temple to change money. So I would actually do that myself if I wasn't a single parent with 4 kids. And that's just up in West Hampstead. That is a Church of England church. And let's get it straight here, right? Let's get it straight. Justin Welby's father's name was Wheeler, which is an Ashkenazi name, right? And he passed a law within the Church of England that he will bless same-sex marriages in a civil union. In the Church of England, they will bless that marriage. So this is one of the most, because it's there in Leviticus chapter 18. You don't do that. So this is the powerful
There's
message.
hope. Yeah, there's hope that hopefully Trump will do the right thing.
But I doubt he will.
Be that sacrificial lamb.
The power of that vote, the people, what you've got a message, everyone here, if you're a Muslim or anything, there is a message that because the MAGA movement is a Christian movement. The Constitution of America and England is interwoven with Christianity, as I said, through Alfred the Great. And what America is, it's just New England. Right, it's interwoven with, and they've turned around and said, no more. Put America first. That doesn't mean to say attack Israel, attack Russia, attack China. It means the opposite. End the deep state. Go back. If you look at the BRICS, it's civilizational countries, as I was articulating, right? China controls the Chinese Sea. Iran can control the Persian Gulf, right? Well, they can anyway, but we have to leave them to do it. Mustn't sanction them. Right, and South Africa has control around its coasts. India has the control. They're civilizational countries. America is a civilizational country. It has to close down the 800 military bases. Just keep a few bases like China and Russia does around its borders. No more. No less. That's what the actual people of America have demanded that Trump does, because he wasn't just saying, he was also saying, I want peace in the Middle East. So he was, because he's electioneering. So the people believe it, and loads of Muslims voted for him because they heard him say that.
Why do you think Trump will be the lesser of the two evils?
There is no lesser of the two evils, because all it is it's a slower road to the depopulation and the one world government.
In terms of Palestine in particular, would he be better or worse than Kamala Biden?
We don't know. I mean, he's a Zionist.
Take it easy, yeah?
He's a
Because we had
Zionist.
the combo,
He's an ultra-Zionist, and he's probably going to go and take the rap. Right, but I have to hope that he's frightened of that. Because it's a
Yeah, which ones?